Hello everyone and welcome to my preview for the April 21st edition of AEW Dynamite. I am of course your host, Ms Dynamite herself, Stephanie Chase, and I'm going to be running you through the card already announced for tonight's show, giving you a little bit of background on the matches and maybe even some predictions. We are coming off a massive week for AEW. Yes, last week's Dynamite scored a massive 1.2 million viewers in its first week unopposed by NXT, and what a show it was. We saw a fantastic opener between the Young Bucks and Phoenix and Pac. We saw a great closing match between Darby Allin and Matt Hardy, and the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho took on his first member of the Pinnacle, Dax Harwood. We had Mike Tyson at ringside as the special enforcer, and then Mike Tyson was unveiled as the new ancillary member of the Inner Circle. And speaking of Chris Jericho, I have a new interview with him up on my channel. We talk all about Mike Tyson's involvement in AEW. We talk about the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. Of course, we talk about his huge appearance on Steve Austin's Broken Skull sessions during WrestleMania weekend, and we also talk about the upcoming Blood and Guts match between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. So please go check that out. It's absolutely one of the best interviews I have ever done, and it's up on this channel now.
People's minds, A, that we talked about AEW, and B, and more importantly, that we started talking AEW at the beginning.
But before we get into this week's Dynamite, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends, share it on social media, and turn on your notifications for this channel to be the first to be notified when I drop a new video. And if you, like me, love AEW, you can join me here live on this channel every Friday for AEW Weekly, where we talk all about what's going on in AEW that week, and we take a deep dive into Dynamite. It's so much fun. It's really interactive, so please join me live on Friday. So let's get into this week's Dynamite. This week it is a live show. The card is, as usual, stacked. And first up, we are going to be looking at Powerhouse Hobbs versus Christian Cage. Now, this is a match that was set up on last week's Dynamite. Team Taz had been courting Christian Cage, with Taz wanting him to join the group. But we hadn't got a decision from Christian until last week. And there's also been some tensions in Team Taz as of late between Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. So last week we saw Taz tell Cage and Starks to hang back while he went to get the decision from Christian Cage. Christian, of course, rejected the offer from Taz. There was a little bit of back and forth between them, as expected, but what we didn't expect was Christian to then suffer a brutal attack from Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs smashed Christian's head onto some steel steps and then practically stood on him as Hook and Taz looked on. So what's going to happen when these two face each other on Dynamite? Well, this is only Christian's second match in AEW. His first one was, of course, a few weeks ago against Frankie Kazarian. And this is a huge spot for Will Hobbs, and he's been on quite the singles winning streak in AEW as of late. So who's going to win? I'm going to put my money on Powerhouse Hobbs, because even though Christian is the bigger star, you want to keep Christian looking strong. I think it's actually more important to keep Powerhouse Hobbs looking strong. So I hope he can pick up the victory here. And I think that we're going to see more matches between Christian and the members of Team Taz, which will be really fun. I hope he takes on Brian Cage next. I think that'll be really interesting. But yeah, this is a match I am really looking forward to, especially to see this spotlight being given to Will Hobbs. Sticking with Team Taz, next we have Ricky Starks taking on Hangman Adam Page. What can I say about this match other than I'm really looking forward to it? It's two of my favorite guys in this company. You know, I love Hangman Page. Ricky Starks is such a standout young star that we have, and I think it's going to be really great. I've been really looking for Hangman Page to get some more direction since his feud with Matt Hardy ended. I'm not sure if this is it. He's been consistently on television, but I want him in a proper program. I think with everything that's going on with Team Taz, it's probably unlikely that Starks is his focus direction, but I just can't wait to see these two get in the ring together. I don't even know who I'd root for. Maybe I'm slightly swayed by Hangman Page. I think Hangman Page will be the winner in this match, just because I think a loss for Ricky Starks kind of can play into the Team Taz storyline when he has to go back to the rest of the guys, you know, as the loser in the match. Another match that was just announced for the show sees Billy Gunn taking on QT Marshall. Of course, a few weeks ago, QT turned on Cody. He has formed his new faction, The Factory. This is the match that was set up on Dark. We saw Billy taking on Aaron Solo from The Factory. And then afterwards, backstage, QT and Billy really got into it. QT ended up attacking him. Billy Gunn has like a black eye. So, yeah, it's interesting. I think that The Factory is such a great faction to get young guys over. So it's interesting that they're giving the first Dynamite, you know, match to Billy Gunn. But I think this will be really good. And I think it's a really good opportunity for QT to really show, you know, what he's made of as the leader of this faction and really cement himself and the Factory. Next, the Best Friends Trent will be taking on the Death Triangle's Penta. So the Best Friends gave the Death Triangle a little bit of a history lesson about all the times they've beaten them. And of course, that didn't go down very well. They were looking for a title shot if the Death Triangle won, which they didn't. So now we're seeing Trent, who just returned from injury, going one-on-one with Penta. I think this is going to be a really fun match. And yeah, there is a lot of history between these two teams. In December 2019, the Best Friends defeated the Lucha Brothers on Dynamite. And just before that, Trent defeated Penta on Dark. But I really like the idea of a Death Triangle Best Friends feud. Again, I think it's really great mix that's a total mismatch as well. And I have something I want to see happen because we now have Chris Statlander in the Best Friends. I think it's time for the Death Triangle to add a female member, and I would love that to be Layla Hirsch, and then they can do a big like mix tag match. I think that would be so awesome. For the winner, I'm going to go with Trent just because I think it's good for the storyline for Best Friends to get another one over on Death Triangle. Next, we have a huge match because Conti is finally getting her shot at AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida. Yes, Conti has been racking up the wins as of late. She has been impressing everyone with her improvement and just her great performances on matches on both Dark, Elevation, and Dynamite. Now she gets her shot at Hikaru Shida. These two have been aligned in recent weeks. They have a really nice little friendship. They've been coming to the ring together. But it's time to put all that aside for Ty to get her shot. I think this is going to be a really good match. It's something that a lot of us have been waiting for. I don't think we're going to see the title change hands. I don't think Ty's going to win. I think she's going to come close, but just not close enough. And she's going to end up taking the pin. And we're going to just continue to build her as this great underdog that everyone's getting behind. And I think she will get another title shot soon in the future. Probably not when Hikaru Shida is champion. Maybe when Dr. Britt Baker is champion. But this is a great match. It's one I'm really looking forward to. And I really can't wait to see Conti take center stage because I've been so behind her since she started in AEW, just watching her improvement, watching her great connection with the fans. She's awesome and such a brilliant addition to the women's division. So best of luck to Ty, but I don't think it's going to be her night. And finally, Darby Allin will be defending the TNT Championship again, this time against Jungle Boy. So last week, AEW scored massive ratings, as I said, and Darby Allin was the guy in the main event. We all know that Darby Allin is very popular with young viewers. Of course he is. He's so cool. So this week, trying to capitalize on that, I guess, they are putting him against someone else that young viewers really like, Jungle Boy. This is such a great spot for Jungle Boy. I mean, I love him in Jurassic Express, but Jungle Boy is going to be a massive breakout star for AEW within the next couple of years. And this is just a great opportunity for him. I'm thinking of it a bit like when he took on MJF and they had such an excellent match together. So often we see Jungle Boy, you know, he's in the Jurassic Express mix, but we have to remember that this is someone who is still very new to wrestling, new to wrestling business, being a TV wrestler, and they have just found the perfect way to build him up with teaming him with Luchasaurus. But he needs these great moments where he can show what he can do solo, and who better to put him with than Darby Allin. This is going to be the match that will hopefully just increase Dynamite's young viewership. These are two young guys that you can really get behind. They're kind of opposites as well. Darby Allin, you know, he's a face, but he's got that dark, cool edge to him. And Jungle Boy is just, oh, he's just so happy. And he's got that great entrance music as well. I think that's another great reason, you know, to put him in this match, because that entrance music gets everyone going. So if you're a new viewer, or if you're someone that just started watching last week, the presentation of Jungle Boy, it's fantastic, and it's like something that you don't see in WWE. It's another reason why AEW is so different and so much better at captivating a younger audience. Of course, I think Darby Allin is going to retain the title, but much like the Conti and Hikaru Shida match, I think it's going to be close. I think Jungle Boy is really going to prove himself, and he's going to get so close to winning, and then ultimately fail, but it's going to be a huge respect moment between Darby Allin. I think Jungle Boy will get a really good rub from him. So I'm very excited for this match, and I think it is a great idea to team these two together after the huge success of last week's show. Dynamite will also feature sit-down interviews with the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. We are building to blood and guts on May the 5th, and I could not be more excited about that. And just to let you know, I will of course be doing a Blood and Guts pre-show on May the 5th, the hour before Dynamite. I will be here getting ready and hyping you up for that show. But that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to come back here on Friday night to watch AEW Weekly with me live. If you can't make it live, the video will be on this channel. And also, of course, please check out my interview with Chris Jericho. It's really good. I'm really proud of it, and I want as many people to see it as possible. So give it a thumbs up, share it, whatever you need to do. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I will see you very soon. But for now, Ms Dynamite is signing off for another week.